Well, good morning. Today is Sunday, October 6th. It's my son's birthday, Jimmy. I know he'll be Jim to everybody else, but to me, he's Jimmy. He's 47 years old today. It doesn't seem that long ago. I was 47. It gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Love ya. It's also Brenda Bay's birthday. Brenda gets a song too. She gets to share it with Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brenda. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, once again, I invited Jim to go along with me to church. Once again, he said, not this week. Well, Jimmy was actually born on a Friday at 6:35 at night. And I remember that I had gone to bed not feeling the greatest. He was due on the 3rd, and I didn't want him to be born on the 3rd because my niece Renee's birthday was on the 3rd. And I had gone to bed, and I woke up at 3 in the morning, and my water had broke. And so I had called the doctor, and he said, oh, you'll be fine. You know, it's your first baby. Don't worry about it. Just go back to sleep. You know, the pains will wake you up. And so I went back to sleep, and I woke up at 9:30. No pains. So I called the doctor, and he told me to go to the hospital. And Jimmy just didn't want to come. He was happy and content where he was. And so they gave me something to induce labor, and I went into a convulsion, and then they sedated me and said, we'll wake you up when your baby's going to be born. And then just before he was born, the nurse kept saying, now push, I want to see that baby's head, I want to see that baby's head. And I was still kind of loopy, and I kept saying, well, when that baby comes out, you better look at his head, because that's all you wanted to see for the last half hour. And then Jimmy came, and he's been a bundle of joy. He's been marching to his own drummer ever since. He always has been a very strong-willed individual. I had made the mistake, which we all make mistakes with our first one, that I would rock him to sleep when it was time to go to bed. And then when he got to the age, like about 11, 12 months old, I thought, you know, you're old enough just to lay in the bed. No, he wasn't going to have any of that. He wanted my full attention. And he would not go to bed. And he started walking just before he's 1 year old. He started walking. And I have a vivid memory of my bedroom was this end and his bedroom was at this end, and there was like a long hallway. And I would put him in his crib, and he'd climb into bed with us during the night. And then when I would wake up and realize he was there, I would pick him up, bring him back, put him in his crib. And then 9 times out of 10, he would pass me in the hall and beat me back to my own bed. He'd climb out of that crib. He was always climbing out of his crib. So when he was 14 months old, he had a bed because we could not keep him in a crib. He just would not. And even after I had Christy, what would that have been, 9 years later, Jimmy was still getting up every night. Jimmy never slept the night through. Jimmy's always been very hyper. He's always been hyper. And when he started kindergarten, and most of these stories Jimmy's already heard, because I've told him 100 times, but Jimmy always liked being around people, and he couldn't keep his hands to himself. And in kindergarten, if you were bad, you had to wear oversized adult gloves. And he would come home every day being so proud that he got to wear the gloves today. Nobody else got to wear the gloves, Mom. Only me. I got to wear the gloves. This is not an honor, Jim. This is not an honor. On trash day, we had to take his wagon and hide it from him because he would go up and down the street. And little did I know that was going to be his career path. He's a builder, and he was a builder from very early on. He's a carpenter by trade, and he would bring home so much junk, and he would build things in the backyard. I don't know where he got his materials, but he had such an imagination. And he really was a gifted artist. And I hired somebody to teach him how to draw and do art because he really was that talented. So he's pretty talented that way too. But he just He dropped out of school like a month before he was supposed to graduate. He didn't like school. He says, I'm done. So he just didn't go to school. David doesn't know that. It's a good thing David doesn't watch my video. Well, David's already graduated, but if David would have knew that, I think we would have had more of a problem getting, because David was the same way, and David's a carpenter now. So, and David was born at 6:35 in the morning, and Jimmy was born at 6:35 at night. And I never understood why Jim's mother always called him Jimmy. I would get so upset. I'd think, why are you calling him? He's like he was 17, but I thought he was a grown man. I'm thinking, he's a grown man, and you're still calling him Jimmy. Jimmy's 47. You still call him Jimmy. So it's just, that's the way. But Jimmy will do anything for me, and I can always count on him. And Danny and Christy always make fun of the fact that, you know, the house obviously is going to go to the three of them when Jim and I pass. But Jimmy's doing all of the work in the house to make it more valuable. So he keeps saying he should get a bigger cut. Because he doesn't charge me. Because Jimmy and David just finished doing the basement. I gotta film it to let you see it, how pretty it looks. It came out really well. But he's done that, and he built the deck on the back, and he built the deck for the pool, and yeah, any work I need done around the house, Jimmy's the man. You call Jimmy. Jimmy comes and has it done. As far as work goes, I can call on any of my children for any kind of help, and they're always going to show up. They'll always be there. I don't have a doubt of that, and I don't have to worry about any of that. Oh, they got a pumpkin patch going on in there. I gotta get a pumpkin still. But so anyway, it's Jimmy's birthday. I'm very proud of him. I love him more than I can say. I can always rely on him. I can always count on him, and he's given me many things to worry about over the years, but he's turned out an excellent man, and he's just, he had one teacher, I'm not going to say his name. He had this one teacher that just, they clashed, and Jimmy sat in front of the honor roll student, and the teacher got mad at Jimmy one day. My kids went to, Jimmy went to Catholic school all the way to the 8th grade. Danny went to the 4th grade. Christy never went. But, no, Danny only went to the 2nd grade, I think. Yeah, 2nd grade, because when we moved. But the teacher got mad at Jimmy and threw a book at him. And Jimmy saw the book coming and ducked, and the book hit the girl right in the face. It's just a Catholic school. Talk about brutality. But anyway, Jim, I love you to death, and can always count on you. So we're at church now. Let's go. I'll say a prayer for everybody. Okay, bye.